That literally took 6 takes to do. So I hope you enjoyed that dance. Let's start this video.
Kama Sutra, does it suit you? Your velvet dress is slipping off. Would you stay with me?
Hello to everyone and anyone watching this video. My name's Taja. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this room tour. So, about 3 months ago, this room that I'm in right now became vacant, and now it's my bedroom. So I of course had the very fun, enjoyable and challenging task of having to transform this room. I spent a month after this room was vacant not doing anything in this room. So this room transformation actually starts late October. I had to clear everything out, I had to clean it, I had to move my stuff in, all my furniture, buy some new furniture and build it, and then decorate it. I'm really proud of what I've done. I'm really proud of how I've designed it and the vibe I've gone for. I've gone for a folklore evermore theme because I wanted this room to be very like fantasy like. I wanted this room to be a room where I could come in and just like detach from reality, you know. My vision really did come to life. It's very much giving cottagecore, it's giving fairycore, it's giving folklore, it's giving evermore, it's giving Peter Pan live action 2003, it's giving dissociation. This time last year I was very how should we say this, mentally ill. I made like a folklore evermore playlist. Thank you to our Lord and Savior Taylor Swift for providing those albums last year, because I listened to that playlist like for 4 months straight between like late December and like April, and it was great because, you know, I was struggling, life was not fun, but it was fine because I could just escape to this fantasy world that Taylor had created. So that's what this room is based on. This style that I've gone for is very much also inspired by the cottagecore aesthetic, which I am a fan of. I'm also wearing this dress, by the way. Do you like it? It's a cottagecore dress. Actually, I'm kind of cold. Let me put on my cardigan.
Vintage tea.
Because it's low-key winter, I actually do need this. But yeah, you could skip to the room tour if you don't care about me making over the room, but I feel like I worked really hard on transforming this room from the slums to this fantasy world. So I think it'd be a bit disrespectful if you didn't look at the transformation, but I mean, you do you boo. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now and I'm gonna take you back to October, show you what I did to get the room to be like this. Then we are going to show you my room and I hope you like it. So yeah, let's go back and then I'll show you the tour. So we're gonna pretend that I didn't start this makeover a month after the room was empty. We love a procrastinating queen. But yeah, the first thing I did was just start emptying out and clearing out. There was so much rubbish in this room, it was actually disgusting. But yeah, so I got rid of all the rubbish and then I started to clear out all of the smaller furniture that I could carry. With the bigger furniture, I had to obviously break it down to be able to empty it, but we lost the screwdriver, which was really annoying because that slowed me down. But then I got really impatient and attempted to take out the dressing table just by carrying it without breaking it down and unscrewing it. And I nearly broke my back, but I did manage to somehow get it done. And then I had to wait a few weeks until the screwdriver was found. Luckily it was, and I could continue the makeover. So next it was time to unscrew the desk and the bed. Oh my god, by the way, if you've never used a power drill before, the most empowering thing. Maybe I've been watching too much Hannah Duggan, if anyone watches her on YouTube, but I felt so sexy and empowered. I felt like a DIY queen. It made me feel a little bit power hungry, I can't lie. I couldn't unscrew the bed with the power drill because it didn't come with the screw head that I needed, so I had to go to B&Q and get these hex keys, which sounds like something a witch would use, but it's not. It's basically a set of like L-shaped hexagon things that had the right shape needed for me to unscrew the bed, basically. By the way, you'll notice that I'm basically getting rid of everything in the room, but I didn't get thrown out into the bin or anything, don't worry. I am a sustainable queen. There's like an area near my house where you can put like old furniture and stuff, and then once a week some people in a van come and pick it up and remove it, and then I think it gets sold or donated, I think. I'm not sure actually, but yeah, don't worry. I'd never chuck up perfectly good furniture. Everything is being given to a new home, hopefully. But yeah, then I just emptied out the desk and also my bed, and it was really hard. Oh my god, I'm so weak. It was actually really embarrassing. But I got it all done. I also made sure to put the screws and stuff with the furniture that I dismantled, so that the next person who has the bed can put it back together. So next it was time to clean the room. So I started off with the walls, which had loads of like white tack on it, so I had to scrape that off. There was also loads of like dead moths on the wall, which was disgusting. They were probably like fat ones as well, so gross. And then I cleaned the walls top to bottom. I was also watching Twilight while I was doing this, so if you notice me looking back every few moments, it's because I'm watching Twilight. The next day I swept the floor again. I don't know why I didn't do it the same day I cleaned the walls, but anyway. And then the day after that I mopped the floors, and I think once I did this I really felt like the room wasn't like really gross, because before coming into this room made me feel a bit like gross. But I think because I used bleach when I was mopping the floors, I think the smell of the bleach tricked my brain into thinking that the room was finally safe to go in. I also cleaned the shelves as well. So before I moved all of my things into my new room, I thought it would be a good idea to make a rough draw plan, so I knew roughly where everything was going to go. So this is the rough plan. Obviously it's not to scale, and obviously it's a bit shit. I'm not an artist, but this is what I went with. So here I'm just giving you a little room tour, a little empty room tour, very exciting. So next to the door I wanted to put my chest of drawers, and then in this alcove bit here I decided to put my bed, and then my desk would go in front of the window. I thought it would be good for light while I'm working and stuff. And then opposite my bed I would put my clothes rail. The clothes rail and the desk I hadn't got yet because I needed to buy it and build it at this stage. But yeah, so I moved all my smaller things in, and then I moved my bigger things a few days later. Before I could move any of my bigger things, I had to tidy my room, which I did off camera obviously because you don't want to see that, but I had to tidy my old room because my sister's mess was everywhere. Like there was barely any floor space for me to like move the stuff into my new room, which was kind of annoying. But once my old room was tidy, I moved all the stuff from the top of my chest of drawers, and then I moved into my new room. I don't know if you can tell, but I was struggling doing this. Honestly, everything was so heavy. I struggled throughout this whole makeover. Everything is just so heavy. I'm so weak. It's actually really embarrassing. I should really consider going to the gym. So next was the bed, and originally, so I moved the chest of drawers on the Saturday, and originally I was going to move the bed on a Sunday because I knew it was going to be a big task to break it down and then move it into the room and then build it back up again. But you know when you're just like in the mood to do something and you've just like started something, so you don't want to stop. So even though I was so tired from moving the chest of drawers in, I was like, you know what, let me just do this, let me get it over and done with. This was literally so hard. I nearly broke this bed trying to put it back. It was so difficult, but I managed to do it. Also, I wasn't sure if this bed was going to fit into the alcove. The original bed was a single one and this is a double bed, and I was so scared that it didn't fit, but as you can see it fits perfectly, and I'm so happy about that because I love this bed so much. And if you've been subscribed to me since 2020 September, you may remember me building it, so I'm very attached to this bed. I'm really glad it fit. Luckily we do have a single white bed in the house going spare, so if it didn't fit I could have used that, but I prefer my bed, so yeah. Oh, this is so nice. I'm so happy to have woken up in the space. So grateful. So So next, I just shoved all the random ugly shit under my bed. It's just like random stuff I don't really need a lot. I need to go through and declutter all of this stuff at some point there, but for now it's fine where it is. And then I also put my shoes underneath my dressing table. And then a few days later, I put some new bedding on, and then I built my desk and my clothes rail, which was so fun to do. I felt like such an independent queen. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else I really need to explain at this stage. Just enjoy watching me struggle through my bedding and building, and yeah, I hope you find it satisfying.
You want something more. You're waiting for the light to change. Well, I've been here before, and nothing's gonna be the same. Even if you fight the change. And with the night, I'm going to be alright. Come morning, don't take me now. I'm so damn close to learning how. I need your ghost. I need your ghost.
Here's me acting like a clown, completely unprovoked for no reason at all. But on this day, I hung up all my clothes onto my rail. So before, I was storing all of my like outside hanging up clothes in this ugly red bucket. But now that I had someone to store my clothes, I could put it on my rail, which was great. And I donated the bucket to my sisters so they could use it for toys or whatever they wanted to use it for, I don't know. But doing this was so satisfying. I'm so happy I have this rack in my life now, honestly. Oh. Can we just take a moment? Look how organised that is. And the last thing I did for stage 2 was to put my books on the shelves in my bedroom. I was struggling for dear life because I'm really short, I'm 5'2", and the shelves were really high, and I tried to kid myself into thinking I didn't need a stepper. Turns out I did, so I had to get a stepper, and then I put my books on my shelf. So the first thing that I needed to do in order to decorate was to take down these ugly black shirts. Well, they're not ugly, but I just didn't need them, and the dark theme wasn't really what I was going for, so I took them down. Next, I had to do my lampshade for my ceiling light bulb thing, but I thought when I bought it that it was already made, but I had to make it myself, which was kind of annoying at first, but I actually kind of enjoyed making it. It was kind of calming. I just watched some YouTube while making it, and it turned out really pretty, like a flower vibe situation, and it's really cool. Even though I don't use my overhead light a lot, but it's still a nice addition to the room.
Whatever you
So then I had to sort out my desk because my desk was full of random papers, as well as all the things I needed to decorate my walls and stuff like that. So I had to organise my desk so that all the papers and stuff were on the shelves, and then all the other things were sorted out so I knew what I was using to decorate my walls. Going back to this wall over here, so I don't know what I was trying to do here, but I have this tapestry and I was trying to use blue tack to stick up, which is so dumb of me. Obviously it's fabric, it didn't work, as you'll see. So yeah, just enjoy me being a clown and trying and failing to stick this up. I did stick up eventually, just using a hammer and pins, which is what I should have done in the first place, but we move. And then yeah, for the rest of this day I just decorated it with all the decoration pieces, which I will show you in detail when we get to the room tour. So on this day and the days following after, I just focused on sticking stuff on the walls and decorating the walls. So I have these old photos from old vision boards of pictures I found online, and then I printed out using free prints, and I just picked some to stick above my bed, and then I put the rest on other places in the walls. I'm going to update my vision boards for next year, so I'm probably going to change these out, but in the meantime I just kept these ones here, and then I'm just sticking a bunch of other stuff on my walls, which you'll see in the room tour. Over the next few days I did change the order of stuff, but I didn't bother filming that though. But yeah, this is roughly the design I went for. It's kind of a random vibe I went for, but yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Hi, I will be putting B-roll throughout this video so you can see in detail every part of the room. If you have any questions about where anything's from, please, my comments are always open, so ask me in the comments and I will let you know. I'll hook you up. I'm going to be leaving a few links down below of things I bought recently. For example, my wardrobe rack, my desk. But a lot of the things in this room I either bought ages ago or they were given to me, so I might not be able to help you out, but I was trying to help you out as much as possible. Let's start this room tour. So this is the first section where I have my chest of drawers, and I just keep most of my clothes in here, and then underneath I keep some shoes. On top I have beauty stuff, a few decor pieces, the soy sauce, which I could have moved, but I'm just gonna leave it here because it makes me look quirky and relatable. I also have my vitamin D tablets, which I need to take, because if I don't take these, then I'm gonna not be okay. These are the only things that have been holding me together this winter. So above here is my hot girl rules. You might recognize it if you watched my hot girl transformation back in April. Okay, this is absolutely ridiculous angle. I look like a thumb, but here is where I keep some books. There's 2 books here. This is my TBR. I also have 2 little books there, which is just like cookbooks, which are just there because they fit there. And then above I keep my speakers, and then this thing over here is a, what's it called? A lamp head. That's not the word for it. I'll put the word that is on the screen because I've literally forgotten what you call this, but that's what it is. Okay, let me actually move this because I actually look ridiculous. This thing my mom got it for me, like a hard material of like this, like Mediterranean vibe house by the sea. Okay, so next is this little area here. Over here I have one of my 2 little copper fairy hanging things that I bought from eBay. I thought it went well with the fantasy theme. So over there is supposed to be my bag. You'll see in the b-roll, but my bag there. And this is my laundry basket, and then back there I keep my horse rail, and then underneath this is just my suitcase where I keep my clothes that I want to sell, and I have the blanket over it because it's ugly. So yeah. Okay, so here we have my bed, which I love so much. It's in this really cool alcove. I love that there's alcove in here, even though it makes the room a bit weird shaped. I love it because it's really cozy. I'll try and find it maybe if anyone wants me to link it. These sheets I've had since uni, so I don't know if I'll find it. If anyone wants me to try and find it, I will. And then back here I have these vines and these flower rose fairy lights. If you don't look at that and think willow, then what are you thinking? I'm not too sure. Up there is my dream catcher, which I bought a few years ago on eBay. I don't have space for a bedside table, so I use this shelf as a bedside table. So I have my journal and the book. Actually, I'm not reading that book anymore. The book I'm reading is somewhere underneath my bed, but normally the book I'm reading would go there if I was tidy, which I'm not. This is meant to be my vision board area, but normally I like update my vision board according to my New Year's resolutions every January, so these are probably going to get changed out within a few weeks. So I don't know if you can see these on camera. I don't think you can see them right now. I'll just show you the b-roll. But here I have these like butterfly like string things. They're really pretty. I found them randomly on eBay. The string's purple and then the butterflies are blue, which is really cool. Up there is a star, the second star that you can see on the screen. And I got this star from Edinburgh 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, I went to Edinburgh 2 years ago. Wow. It's meant to be a Christmas decoration, and since it is Christmas I have it there, but I'm probably gonna leave it up. Okay, so here's my first picture wall. These here are 5 postcards from Amsterdam, which makes me look like I have an obsession with Amsterdam. I don't. Lovely city though, very nice. I want to go back there at some point soon. And then I've got a map. These 2 from previous vision boards, and then this is a quote that I printed off. I don't like expressing emotions and stuff, so I guess it's kind of a thing where it's like, express yourself, don't be afraid of emotion, feel it, because then you'll feel better. Don't gatekeep how you feel. So this is my second, I look so silly. This is my second wall of stuff. The other Amsterdam postcard. Another quote. I've been feeling really like stuck and trapped. One thing I'm really seeking in my life is freedom. This one really resonated with me. All these two posters I got in uni, and it's like these vintage butterfly and flower posters. I don't know. Two more of the square photo things I used for past vision boards, and then this is a little art piece of two birds I got, and then this is my mirror as well. I'm gonna decorate this. This is kind of ugly now that I'm looking at this. This is kind of gross. I'm gonna get some of my vines that I put on my bed. I'm gonna put this over the mirror. I did that in uni when I had this mirror, but I'm gonna do it again because this is kind of plain and ugly. Oh, I do not have mega knees. This is kind of painful. This is my desk. Currently doesn't have a chair. Once I have a chair, I'll work here. I'm also gonna have this candle. That was a present from my mom. It's like thing where it tells you like the date. Today is not the 22nd, today is the 23rd. So let me change that. Let's have that there. And then I also have my lamp, which, would you add and believe it, turns on and off like how a lamp is supposed to. I really like this area at night because maybe it's because it's Christmas, but it reminds me of Scrooge when they're working late on Christmas Eve. The fire's on, it's cold, and they're working in the office. There's some shelves down there as well, but that's ugly. It's nothing really important there apart from random papers I've shoved there. This is not supposed to be here. This is just some flowers for my mom. I'll give her a Christmas. Here is the second fairy thing. Here I have my books that I have read. Yeah, I used to read a lot as a kid because I didn't have any friends, which no one's surprised about. But yeah, I also have this bear that I share with one of my sisters, as in like she has a matching one because we're born the same day. And then I also have my two plants that I haven't watered in literally months. Surprised they're still alive. Probably not alive anymore actually, I don't know. Also, I forgot to say, but these windows, I need to clean these windows. And I also want to put like vines over it because I don't like how it's like black painted, so I want to get vines over it to cover that. This is my hanging wardrobe. This is a lifesaver because I don't have much storage in here, so I've been able to put so much stuff. Okay, not that much stuff. I mean, like, I have all my clothes that I hang up. I used to have this ugly red bucket and I don't need it anymore because I've got this, and it's great. And I also have this thing which I bought at uni. Put my jeans in there. Underneath I have some like liquor baskets. One I have stationery, one I have beauty stuff, one I have electronics, and one I have miscellaneous stuff. This is just, I love this. It's like this fairy themed tapestry. When I bought it at first I was worried it was going to be a bit tacky, but I think it complements the room very nicely. I might get another one though, like a lighter one, because this is obviously quite like dark colors, like dark greens and stuff. I might get like a lighter tapestry, like a white or cream based one. What I love about this as well is that when I have my galaxy lights, they do this thing where like a green light will go on and off, and when the green light comes on, it like lights up all the green parts of it. I'm gonna show you the dark mode version of my room because I love the dark mode version. Like, I like the room how it is, but I love when it gets dark, which normally I don't because seasonal depression. But when it gets dark in this room, and like especially before I go to bed and all the lights are off apart from my galaxy lights. By the way, my mom got my galaxy lights for me for Christmas last year, so again, couldn't tell you where it's from. I'm afraid, I'm really sorry, but I'll try and look it down if you want one. When I have just the galaxy lights on, like, you really get like the fantasy vibe. Is there anything else I can talk about? Oh, let me just go around and quickly mention anything I missed out. This came with the room, so anything I didn't get rid of, actually that's a lie, I didn't get rid of that door hook either that's hanging all my goats. I think I've spoken about everything. Okay, so let's finish this video up. Okay, I kind of look scary. Okay, so I've got my galaxy lights on. They're not really showing up that nicely because it's still daytime. I look sick because it's making my skin look blue. But yeah, that was my room tour. My cottagecore, folklore evermore inspired room. I would like to thank myself for taking the time and energy to do this room, because this room was disgusting, as you saw before I started. I like to thank Taylor Swift for releasing Folklore and Evermore to get me through last year, and also inspiring me to design the room like this. I'd like to thank whoever came up with the cottagecore aesthetic, and most of all, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you like this room. I feel like this room is very much also giving 12-year-old girl, I'm not gonna lie. But like I said, I feel like I need this room to be the way it is, because I feel like life right now is a bit challenging, let's just say. So I feel like I really do need this space. Every time I come in here and close the door, I'm in my own world. So even if it does scream 12-year-old girl, it makes me happy. So yeah, I love this room and I hope you like it too, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Oh, don't come at me with that type of insanity. You know that's that shit I don't need. Sometimes I feel